What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you've been subscribed to my channel or if you follow me on any of my other social media platforms like Instagram or TikTok, then you probably already know this, but for those of you who are new here, hello, my name is Dakota. I am originally from the United States, but back in September of 2020, I moved to Italy in order to attend university here at the University of Padua. And as of this month, September 2023, not only does it mark 3 years of living in Italy, but it also marks the end of my college era, for now anyways. I graduated. I've completed the one thing that I came here for, and now I feel very lost and I don't know what to do next. But in all seriousness, this video, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick update, like literally just a life update. I wanted to just give you guys a little bit of insight into what life has been like since I've graduated, what I've been up to, things that I've been doing, etc., what my plans for the future are. You know how it goes. So yes, first of all, I did graduate. I had my thesis defense on the 11th of September. I love how they gave the American the 11th of September for a thesis defense. But I have my thesis here for you guys. I printed it out nice and fancy. So here it is. This is my thesis. Isn't that so cool? Holding this up is like so crazy to me. I never like wrote, or I've never written anything this serious, this intense in my entire academic career. This entire thesis took me about like a year to just complete, like not only just come up with a topic, find my sources and everything like that, but there's a lot of work that went into this thesis. It is published online. I had the option to make my thesis either private so that like nobody could read it besides my thesis supervisor and the other people on the committee when I did my defense, but I chose to make it public. So I'm not sure if you guys are interested in reading it, but if you are, let me know and I will find out how you guys can access it and how you guys can read it. Again, only if you're interested. If you're not interested, then like don't worry about it. But yeah, this is it. Isn't it cool? I wrote my thesis about healthcare avoidance within the transgender community. It's a topic that I'm very passionate about, as you guys know. I made an entire podcast to support my thesis and to create more of a qualitative point of view on my thesis. And you know, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you know, I was so stressed out about the whole thesis defense and everything, and then I went and actually did the thing, and it was difficult, but I actually did a lot better than I thought I was going to. For my thesis, I could only get 1 to 4 points total, and I got a 4 out of 4, which was already like incredible, and I did not expect to get a 4 out of 4, but they also recommended that I graduate with honors, so that was really cool. It was just really rewarding, you know, when they told me that not only did I get a perfect score, but they also were recommending me to graduate with honors, just because like I said, I put so much time and effort into the thesis and I did so much research. Like I just put so much into it, you know, for months and months and months, and I was stressing over it so much. It was just really nice to be reassured that the effort that I put into everything had paid off, you know what I mean? So yeah, isn't that so sick? Like I have little graphs and tables and everything. Like, isn't that crazy? I just thought you guys would like to see that. So this is really cool. I love having this around. It makes me feel very accomplished, makes me feel very adult. And then I also have my actual diploma right here. I wanted to show you guys. Check it out. So this is my actual diploma. Isn't that pretty fucking sick? Yeah, from the University of Padua. I have my name here, obviously. I got a bachelor's degree in psychological science. So yeah, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, basically. Really, really cool. One of my greatest accomplishments ever in my entire life. Super, super cool experience. I gave myself like a week off, so last week, or this past week, was my final week of like relaxation where I just let myself chill and enjoy being graduated. I haven't put too much pressure on myself in terms of like looking for employment or looking at graduate programs. Once this week is up, back to the grind, back to searching for jobs, looking at master's programs and things like that. I do want to attend a master's program. I do want to go to graduate school and obtain a higher level degree because the end goal is to become an actual psychologist, like an actual therapist. And in order to do that, you need the master's degree, at least in Italy. I'm not sure if it's the same anywhere else. What I'll probably do is I may end up staying in Padua and just continuing to study here in Padua because I have an established life here. I know the university, I know how it works. But if I find a different program, a different master's program somewhere else, even outside of Italy, that looks interesting and is affordable and is in line with my career goals, then who knows, maybe I'll end up moving. I did actually see a sexology program at the University of Rome that was in English, and sexology is kind of the same way that I would like to specialize, like the same area that I would like to specialize in. So that would be really great. But when I was looking into that program, I think it actually wasn't like a full master's program. It was just like a specialization, like a certification that you can get. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's one thing that I would like to look into, or just something in relation to becoming an actual like talk therapist, working with queer and transgender people. That's like the end goal for me. But for now, the tentative plan is to stay in Padua. Mental health wise, I've been doing okay. There was a period in like the last month or two, like August and September, where I was just very stressed about the whole graduation process. I was very stressed about like my final grade and my thesis and my defense and all that stuff. So my mental health was not the best, and I was trying to continue to put out content for you guys here. I was trying to make sure that I was still, posting regularly and making sure that they were interesting videos and things like that. And for the most part, I felt like you guys were really supportive of me, and you guys were very accepting to those times where I was just not feeling like uploading anything. So I'm really grateful for everyone that stuck with me through that period. I've been doing a lot better mentally. I was always the type of person, ironically, even though I am a psychology major and I want to be a therapist, I was always the type of person where I was like, I don't need a therapist, I don't need to go to therapy, like I can handle my shit on my own. I cannot handle my shit on my own, and it's actually been an incredible relief having an outlet where I can just go to a professional who is unbiased and does not have any sort of like insider opinions on my thought process and what's going on in my life. So if you're thinking about going to therapy, I would highly recommend going to therapy. As far as employment goes, like I am employed. I'm not unemployed currently. I do consider social media, like my platforms and stuff, my job. I need to get better about treating it like a job, like creating more frequently, especially on Instagram and TikTok. I'm pretty regular here on YouTube, but Instagram and TikTok is where I kind of like drop the ball. Yeah, I do consider this like my job, but I also do social media, like content creation and social media management for different companies online, abroad and things like that, just working remotely basically. And I'm also signed with a modeling agency here in Italy, in Milan, called Vision Street Casting. So I've been going and doing castings for them. Yeah, this past week I actually went to Milan on Monday and I did my first ever like in-person casting for a brand for Milan fucking Fashion Week. Granted, I didn't get the job. Okay, I didn't. I was a little bit out of my league there for, my first in-person casting ever being for Fashion Week. That was pretty intense, and I didn't really fit the bill. I'm not as tall as everybody, I'm not as skinny as everybody else, but I was still very appreciative for the opportunity, and it was still a really great experience, and I had a lot of fun. From experience, I know that modeling is a very competitive industry, and it's really difficult to book gigs and to go to castings and all that shit, but I've just felt extremely lucky here being able to do this work in one of the biggest areas for modeling in the entire world. Like Milan is huge for modeling, so yeah, I feel very grateful. I feel very lucky. It's been awesome. I have a really great friend of mine, Arthur. I work with him all the time. We do a bunch of shoots together, and they've really been a big help with helping me get my foot in the door, and hopefully the door will open further for me in the future and I'll be able to start doing like actual modeling jobs, which would be like fucking insane. Like that's been a dream of mine since I was like 16, 17 years old, modeling for my friends with a shitty little Canon camera in their backyard. Like I've always wanted to be a model, and so being able to go to a Fashion Week casting last week really like hit home for me. And like I said, even though I didn't get the job, it was just incredible being there, seeing models that I follow on Instagram walk the same show that I was at a casting for is incredible. Like I can't describe the feeling to you guys. I've also started going to the gym more frequently. I got my membership in July, but I was out of town for a little bit when I first got the membership, and so I didn't start going like consistently until like mid-late August. So I've started going to the gym again, and that's been amazing, not only for my mental health, but just obviously for my physical health as well. Going to the gym and going to therapy and graduating have just been like insane for my mental health. Like I feel so much lighter recently. Like I don't feel this pressure to like constantly perform, which is ironic because as a model and as somebody who is on social media, like there is always this constant pressure to perform, and it's always competitive, and you're always trying to like beat out the other creators and the other models, but like I feel more confident in myself, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, that's just how I've been feeling recently in life. I just feel very grateful. I feel very lucky to be where I am and to have experienced the things that I've experienced. And that's so crazy to me, is like all of this stuff that I've experienced, all of these crazy things that I've done and the places that I've traveled to, and all of that just ties back to that one singular moment back in 2019, where after I met my girlfriend for the first time, after I traveled to Italy for the first time, I made literally the split-second decision to apply to university here in Italy, and I got it. I think about that all the time. I'm sorry, I know that's corny. I know that might be a little bit like silly to say, but it's true, it's true. That's how I feel. Obviously, there have been moments where I've had a hard time. It can be very mentally taxing, very emotionally taxing moving abroad, but I'm very lucky that I have my girlfriend and her family here as a support system. I'm very grateful and lucky for all the friends that I've made here, the people that I've made connections with here. That's it. I don't know. I've just been feeling good. I've just been feeling good, and I'm hoping that saying that out loud and posting this video out there for you guys to see will do the opposite of jinx me, and will just put this good energy out into the universe, and things will continue to go well. Not only for me, but for you who is viewing this video also. I really appreciate you guys. Again, I cannot thank you enough for your continued support of me and my content and my channel and all that good shit. So really, thank you guys so much for being here for me. I hope that the content that I put out, the videos that I put out for you, is enough. I hope that that's enough of a thank you. If it's not, you know, I'll find a way. One day I hope that I can find a way to thank you guys for all the support that you've given me. It really means the world to me. Like, you guys genuinely have no idea how much this channel and everything else means to me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that I will see y'all in the next one.